Hey team, so for my application, I needed a longer hitch. And you guys will see why here in a second. I've got that custom rear bumper and I've got my hitch receiver recessed into the bumper for a cleaner look. So I'm here with the Salman hitch receiver, and it's an extended hitch receiver. And I think this is gonna work for my application. It's aluminum, so it's not as heavy as the steel receivers that we're all used to. What I don't like about it is that it's gray. So I'm probably going to take this to a powder coater. I'll probably take it to my local powder coater and have him powder coat this thing a flat black. That way it blends in with my bumper. But at the same time, as I sit here and think about it, I'm only going to use this whenever I need to have a recovery done. So whenever I'm trying to recover somebody, or if someone's trying to recover me, that's going to be the only time that I get this thing out. So maybe I'll just leave it gray. Who knows? We'll see. I'm being a bit picky. That being said, this thing has got a pretty massive tongue weight. Yeah, I do like that this is not steel and instead it's just aluminum. So much lighter weight. I'll probably put a rubber ring here if I leave this on my Jeep. But yeah, here we go. This is the Salman longer receiver. And we've got our lock pin as well. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Let's go put this thing in, take a look at it. All right, so we are at the back of my JKU. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this thing in and we'll take a look at it. Okay, so for those of you that do want to powder coat it like I do, if I decide to just leave this thing on, there is plenty of room, at least for the hitch receiver that I have made, the hole that I have made in my custom bumper here. For my application, you see how it wiggles? So to me, that's gonna be plenty of room if I decide to powder coat this thing. I don't have to worry about it not fitting inside. So that's good news, at least for my application. The second thing is that this thing will hit right back here. It will hit the aluminum. It's going to hit this aluminum receiver right here, so it won't hit my bumper. It's got just enough clearance where it's not going to hit the bumper, so that's also good news. If I'm ever off-roading and this thing's clanking around, I don't have to worry about it messing up my finish right here, which, as you can tell, I got to go back in here and paint it. But that being said, this is exactly what I needed. I needed something that was longer than what I had previously, because what I had previously would not allow me to have a D-ring. The D-ring would not fit because it was scraping. As you can see, the D-ring that I had previously was scraping here and also on this side, and it was getting jammed up. So yeah, this is a perfect application. This is perfect for me. This is exactly what I needed. And if I wanted it to go in just a little bit more, I can also do that by flipping this thing 90 degrees. And I'll demonstrate that here. I can flip this thing 90 degrees because I've got these extra holes. And I could run it this way as well if I wanted to. So I like the fact that it's got options. I want to show you guys my old one that I have, which is heavy. This thing is steel, and this probably weighs 15 pounds. Yeah, and you can tell it's already got some surface rust, despite the fact that I've never put this thing in salt, or I should say on salty roads, and it's already started to get that surface rust in it. The aluminum, comparatively, dude, the aluminum is so much lighter, and supposedly it's just as strong. Of course, I'll be putting that to the test, but you can see the length is nearly the same. Yeah, the length's pretty much the same. The problem was that it didn't have enough holes for me. It just has a hole here and then it has a hole here. And regardless of which hole that I would put it in, it just was making the D-ring smack up against my custom rear bumper that I made. So unfortunately, this thing's just gonna be a spare, and I can use it in case someone doesn't have a D-ring, and I can hook it up to their receiver, assuming that they have one, if I ever have to pull somebody out. So I'll use this as a spare, and this is going to be the one that I put on my Jeep. I will leave a link in the description of where I got this. on Amazon.